Hello, it's Jang here from JangBricks.com with a LEGO Legends of Chima Speedorz set review. This was built as Speedorz set number 1, although the model number of it is 70113. So not the first in the series by numbers, but one of the first to be released. It was from the first wave, and it is a 2-in-1 set, so you get 2 minifigs and 2 Speedorz, 2 sets of weapons, 2 sets of cards and all. It's called Chi Battles. 93 pieces included here altogether. Let's go ahead and take a look at the components. We're already looking at them here, so I'll get some of the simple, less interesting things out of the way. Ripcords, 1 in red, 1 in the slightly orangish yellow color. So this is for your wolf tribe, this is for your lion tribe. Chi crystals. We get not 6 in this one because it's a 2-in-1. You actually get 12 Chi crystals to fight for, to battle for. Nice big handful of them. It's very nice looking to get a whole bunch of them in your hands. I'll go ahead and give you a look at the cards. These are the cards from the wolf tribe side. And go ahead and just hit that pause button on the video if you want to look at these in more detail. And here are the cards from the lion tribe side from this set. Once again, hit the pause button if you want to look at what all is on there. It's not that exciting to look at when you're just checking out the set on the whole. It's really useful when you're playing the Speedorz games. Weapons on the wolf side are a staffic, basically staff or lance type of weapon, and then the chi powered weapon here is called a Maurak, M-A-U-R-A-K. Chi powered, kind of a dagger sort of weapon. You can see it's got the long tooth on the end of it. Should be very, very sharp and should pack an extra punch thanks to the chi infused nature of it. Over here on this side you've got a Jabaka spear, just a non-charged weapon, and this here is called a Clubius Maximus. Not a very inventive name. It's basically a chi powered club, just has a big chi infused section on the top of it and just uses chi power to hit harder. The figures included with this set are Wax and Longtooth. Wax is W-A-K-Z, and both of them have fangs sticking out. This guy looks like he's one of the older warriors of the wolf tribe. You see he's got the kind of a gray beard going around. I love the prints on the Chima characters, especially on just how they kind of integrate between the torso section and the leg section going through the hips. You know, you've just got a continuous cascade of print. Also have some extra print around the outsides over here on Longtooth, and turn him around to look at the back. Hey, don't fall down. Even have some gold print on the back of Longtooth. That stripe down there is actually metallic gold, and how, man, they just keep falling down. Wax over here has a little bit of a kind of a tail looking thing coming down. I don't think that's supposed to be an actual tail. I think that's supposed to be something that he's wearing, some fur-based thing that he's wearing, but a lot more print going on over here. Let me show you the faces of these, since you can't really see the faces through these outside headpieces. Inside, you can see there we've got yeah, some pretty serious looking faces on these. Not fun looking at all. And then you have the alternate versions on the back, so even more mean over here on Longtooth on the alternate version, and over here on Wax is just kind of looking either suspicious or like he's planning something. Now here's Wax's Speedor, and you can see it doesn't really stand up on its own, but bright red color, that's pretty hot, and I like the print on it. Got some metallic riveted elements to it. Got a little bit of fur kind of print on the side here. You got the teeth, and you got some kind of just furled up kind of side of the cheek detail, kind of looking like dog or canine sorts of characters do, or actual animals even in real life do when they're mad. kind of pull back their cheeks and give that snarl. So this is a pretty good looking Speedor, I think. The power up on this one is called Tail Cut, and it's basically just something that's going to cut up the ground behind him as he goes, more kind of leaving scorched earth, leaving devastated area behind him that's a little bit more difficult to drive through. It's going to leave kind of a trench, and that'll make it really easy for your main tire to get caught in there, and then you'll kind of get, you know, supposedly, if you imagine it that way, it'd be difficult for you to follow him directly. You have to kind of follow off to the side where he has not cleared a path yet. But a pretty good looking Speedor, I think. Just wish that the whole thing would be able to stand up on its own a little bit. It's mostly just the fault of the style, the design of the power up on this one. Just doesn't provide any stability. Long Tooth Speedor stands up just fine. So that's much better for display. And this one has, again, with the slightly orangish yellow color, and a pretty cool looking, pretty serious looking print on this one. Good, lots of gold there, so if you get the light to hit it right, it looks pretty shiny, but it looks pretty, yeah, it just looks pretty serious to me. You know, it's I think the design of the eye and what they've got going on here, kind of in the snout section, I like it. Not a lot of different colors of paint or print used on that, but just an effective design. It has enough fine detail in it. You know, it's not just large plain areas. Pretty cool. Sits in there pretty well. It's short because of the power up that he has. His power up is called a Rip Czar, and it's exactly what it looks like. You've got a couple of teeth on the side that are able to kind of be defensive if he's being attacked from the side, from somebody who's using a weapon, obviously outside of a tournament. And I'm assuming that it could also kind of scratch up the sides of things or provide a little bit of protection on the side if he's kind of drifting out into a turn that has a bank on the outside. It'll stop it a little bit. He might actually be able to use it to slow down too if he's coming up on a cliff. If he's driving up towards a cliff and notices it at the last second, he can turn around and spin and kind of grab that into the ground and use it to slow down. But mostly in real life here, it just holds it up and makes it nice and short and compact. I like it. For tournament obstacles, we first get these 4 pylons with teeth on top, 2 red ones, 2 yellow ones, representing the wolf and lion tribes. The general idea with these is that you line them up however you want to line them up, normally probably wider apart than that, and then you have one at a time runs with your Speedors through these, making sure that you set them up the same way each time, and then see which of your Speedors is able to get through and knock over the largest number of pylons. Whoever knocks over the largest number wins. This is really the centerpiece of the set as far as the obstacles go, and this looks very nice. You know, stands up nicely, nice colors, has that kind of nature vibe to it. Also has the Chima vibe by having the light bluish transparent colors, and basically you have a very small chi crystal up here is what it looks like, and then kind of a dish that either can be kind of chi infused, or it can be a pan to collect chi water. And there are a couple of hidden features on this, or features that are not immediately obvious. First off, this whole piece up here comes off, and you can see you've got one of those hats, the traditional Chinese style large brimmed hats, which Ninjago uses as a series quite a bit. And you can use this as a top, so you actually can spin it. Ooh, I'm not too good at that with the angle, with the camera in the way and everything, but this will spin like a top at some point. There we go, got it going in the background there. But at this point, you try to hit it with a Speedor. Finally started balancing out a little bit better. But the idea here, if you've got 2 players, is to have both of them run their Speedors at the same time while that is spinning. So it's going to be moving a little bit. You try to run both of them, and whoever hits it or whoever hits it the hardest and most cleanly is the one who wins that round. It's a little bit tough to do that, given that a lot of the time both of you will be hitting it or both of you will be missing it, one or the other. So if both of you hit it, maybe you try to set up a rule that whoever hits it farther in the direction that they're traveling wins. A little bit tough to make out the winner of that. If you're doing it just single player, it's actually easier because then it's either you hit it or you don't. You know, it's obvious to see what has actually happened there. And you can optionally leave this up here on the top, or you can take it down when you are dealing with this whole structure as an obstacle piece. Because you see how it's kind of moving around a little bit. It's not flat on the ground. There's actually a big old chi orb underneath of there. That's actually hidden underneath. So this is another thing that you can hit to reveal a chi element. And like I said, you can either leave this here just for looks or take it off. And the idea with this one is just to either have both of your Speedorz going after it if you're doing two-player, and you know, have both of them going after it, and when it gets knocked over, then both players try to rush to get the chi orb that is exposed underneath. It'll probably be hit and start moving, so you have to be dexterous and you have to be quick and catch it. Whoever catches it wins that round. Ta-da! They also give you a pair of ramps, and how you use those is up to you. So you can use these in conjunction with the pylons where you have to jump. Maybe you know, this is basically where you can start to use your imagination a lot more, and you're highly encouraged to do that. String different things together, set up a ramp where you have to line it up and jump over the pylons. Maybe you have to land on the second one. Let's see, set it up where you jump and then try to hit the pylons. Set it up where both of you are going to have to jump and try to hit this piece with the chi orb underneath, like that. You know, they're just additional things that you can use for making things more challenging, more exciting, more interesting to look at, or you could just use them for jumping, just for exhibition, just for show. And yeah, like I said, it just really encourages you to use your imagination to set up different things. You can always chain different things together, so you can have, you know, kind of bonus points awarded. Put a couple of pylons first, maybe have those side by side, kind of lined up with the edges of the ramps. This is closer together than things would actually be, but you can get bonus points if you knock over both pylons, or half a bonus point if you knock over just one pylon, and then also still have the kind of duel for the chi orb in the center. You know, different things, different ways that you can put this together. So, you know, I like just how many different things you can do with this one single set. And that's really the story here. It's one small set, cheap, only costs $2-3 more, $5 at the most, depending upon where you get it at what time, than a single Speedorz set. And you get a lot of options for doing a lot of different things. I mean, it's great just to get 2 Speedorz to begin with for a low price with 2 minifigs. They don't have all the extra add-on accessories on them with the extra armor pieces and such. Kept the parts count down, used those pieces to contribute to the obstacles instead. But I think that's fine because they've got such great prints on these guys, on both of them really. And you get the full functionality of the Speedorz. You do have power-ups. They're different, lots of different stuff that you can do with the obstacles. You do still get 4 weapons that you can use outside of Speedorz tournaments, and it's just a great deal. For what you pay, you get a lot of stuff, and I appreciate that. So there you go. That's my set of thoughts on this set of Speedorz, the Chi Battles set, starter set number 1, they called it, number 70113. Be sure to share your thoughts in the comment section. And if you want to see more of my reviews, if you haven't seen them, check them out on my channel, or you can browse through them easily by topic at jangbricks.com. Talk to you again soon.